What's going on? What's going on? Welcome. Quick news here. Quick news. Diddy third assault lawsuits. You know, you're going to see more and more of this. But anyway, there's a news here. Diddy just got the next lawsuit. Like, how many of this is it going to settle now, right? How many is it going to settle? Well, Diddy, Puff Daddy is still music mogul, all of that. Responsible for Mace, Biggie Smalls, Total, 112, all this group and all these hits. But he's been catching a few lawsuits. First by around last week, some 7 days ago, something around that, by the ex-girlfriend who was supposed to be an artist at first, but then she filed a lawsuit. Some people speculate around $30 million, but he said she was trying to extort him for $30 million. He settled. There must be some element of truth. He settled, okay, and that's as much as we can get from that. Okay, he settled. Okay, there must be some kind of, he didn't want to be exposed. Too much money. He didn't want to be dragged. Or listen, it's from the 90s. We kind of know he settled for a reason, right? There's probably a lot of truth in what that young lady accused, which we covered that here. Over 100 different things, including forcing her to have sex with sex workers, male sex workers, and he was watching while he was jerking off, all this kind of crazy lifestyle, right? But CNN is reporting now that he just caught lawsuit. I'm going to read that real quickly. Sean Diddy Combs faces another lawsuit accused of sexual assault and revenge porn. Ouch. Sean Diddy Combs was hit with the second lawsuit in as many weeks, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman who claims she was also a victim of alleged revenge porn by the music artist. What does that mean? So they take pictures, videos of the activities, and every time they try to run out and say something, they might release a video here and there. It doesn't have to be him that will release those videos, but people, remember, he also accused of blowing up somebody's car, somebody that was interested in Cassie, the ex-girlfriend. But anyway, these people are coming out. 50 Cent said hey, and in 3, 2, 1, a bunch of people are going to start coming up with all kind of allegations. When you have a mismanaged power, when you are blessed, for every ounce, every unit of blessing you get comes with a certain level of pride that you need to manage. Okay, this is true in life, and especially in your relationships, because obviously these things are happening because it involved one or two people, maybe more people. Anyway, so even not just Diddy, I think Aaron Hall, one of the legendary R&B artists out there, he's associated with R. Kelly and many other people. There's also this thing that people are speculating about Diddy grooming Usher and even Justin Bieber. There's so much more coming out. It's getting crazy and crazier. Really, the lesson here is that when you are being blessed, right? When life is lifting you up and you're being put on a pedestal, you need to be aware that comes with responsibility. Okay, and oftentimes it can be almost, that doesn't mean you didn't do what you did deliberately, but it can be almost coming from a blind spot, because you can get away with anything. You're P. Diddy, you're like the wife now, you can get away with anything. You're the husband, the head of the house, right? To whom much is given, much is required. This is a real thing in real life, in everybody, every single one of us, that we have to manage. And I'm not trying to compare this gruesome behavior to normal people. I'm just letting you know that human beings have patterns. We have more patterns than we like to admit, and that's one of the biggest problems that causes pride, right? The civil suit filed under the New York Adult Survivors Act names Combs and his companies, including Bad Boy Entertainment, and is just the latest in a rush of cases filed against high-profile men, among others, as the window to file under the state's look-back law closes this week. So there's this new law thing, New York Adult Survivors Act, that's creating this. But again, that's not an excuse. That's why keep in mind, everything that was done in the dark will come to light. Why? Because the whole life, this whole life is a moving target. Just so I said, relax. Relax. What you think you know, you don't know, because there's more progressiveness, new laws, and all this that will come back and haunt you if you don't stay guided. The civil suit filed in New York Supreme Court demands a trial by jury and seeks damages. Plaintiff brings, and I quote, plaintiff brings suit against defendants to redress the substantial and lifetime injuries she has suffered as a result of being drugged, sexually assaulted, and abused, and being the victim of revenge porn that Sean Combs, or P. Diddy, created and distributed. The suit filed in New York Supreme Court stated. A spokesperson for Combs says the allegations are made up and not credible, adding the move is purely a money grab. Maybe, maybe not. Right? I believe personally that there were a lot of atrocities committed when everybody thought it would be in the dark, when everybody thought it would continue to be at the top of the world for the rest of their life, forever. When you start to feel that way, I believe there were a lot of atrocities committed in the dark by Puff Daddy Combs and his accomplices. All right, but more so all of us, okay? Not just most of us are not doing something crazy and gruesome like this, all right? And that's to be spelled out, okay? So this is crazy. This is crazy, okay? Mr. Combs never assaulted her, and she implicates companies that did not exist. It continues. A representative of Bad Boy Entertainment was not immediately available for comment. I thought they just made a comment. Wait. This last-minute lawsuit is an example of how a well-intentioned law can be turned on its head, the spokesperson said. All right, so that's also the truth to some of this, but again, that's why you must, the main thing about this, the main lesson is not to complain about what is, but to say, hey, how can you move in a guided way as a person with a whole life, other people's lives attached to yours, other people's 6 and 7 figure income attached to yours, so that you don't self-destruct because you feel like you will always be on the top of the world, right? Top of the world, right? Bottom line is here, all of us should stay guided. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm getting out of this. It's just a reminder. Just a reminder, okay? All right. So is this the person we're talking about? Oh, we have a picture here on CNN, okay? Let me share this. You see this picture? That's Puff Diddy Combs from way back in the days with some lady. Her name is Joy Dickinson Neal, okay? Featured in the music video Straight from the Soul way back then. The alleged victim, Joy Dickinson Neal, was a Syracuse University student at the time of the 1991 incident and had previously appeared with Combs in a few video clips of a music video. The suit, hold on one second. The suit alleged she agreed to a dinner at a Harlem restaurant reluctantly. Wow, this is gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy. This is all within the last 2 hours, by the way. Agreed to okay, hold on one second. Well, okay, she agreed to a dinner at a Harlem restaurant reluctantly with Combs while on school break for the holidays in January, when he pushed her to keep him company while he attended to a few things in the city. The suit alleges that during their date, he intentionally drugged her, resulting in her being in a physical state where she could not independently stand or walk. While at dinner, she left to use the restroom and left her drink unattended. That's a lesson for you. Never leave your drink. Ladies, you tend to get comfortable at parties, okay? And you're just having a good time. You're not thinking, quote unquote, logically. This is a party. Everybody's in good vibe. Watch your damn drink. You never know where people are coming from. Watch your drink. Well, why should we have to watch our drink? You're not listening. You're not listening. Hey, King Boron, watch your drinks. Okay, would you rather come and be telling stories like this, like 33 years later? I mean, you would rather just watch your drinks. Okay, now I have to babysit you to listen to something that's very clear message. Watch your drinks. Don't leave your drink unattended because you're having such a good time. That's just stupid, okay? Let's call it what it is. In the car, the suit alleges she took a puff on a blunt under pressure from Combs, and from that point on, plaintiff's memory is incomplete. Driving first to a music video where she could not get out of the car, Combs proceeded to a place he was staying to sexually assault her, the suit alleges. Because she had been drugged, plaintiff lacked the physical ability or mental capacity to fend Combs off, the suit alleges. The suit alleges Combs video recorded the sexual assault, and days later, a male friend revealed to Dickerson he had viewed it. Wow, it's crazy. Horrified, Miss Dickerson asked how many others saw it, to which he responded, everyone. He responded, everyone. Everyone has seen it. Thereafter, Dickerson alleges her life went to a tailspin. She was admitted to hospital for severe depression and you know, the big S word, ideation. The suit, okay, claims, okay, for severe depression and suicide ideation, the suit claims. According to the suit, Dickerson filed police reports at unspecified agency in New York and New Jersey and spoke to several prosecutors hoping to press charges, and was told her allegations would need to be corroborated. All right, so this is, so she's tried. For those of you that may say, how come she's just coming out to speak right now? That question, a lot of people ask that question out of a place of common sense. As I always tell you, common sense is not enough. You need more. Common sense is never enough, ever enough to assess this situation, okay? In fact, common sense is stupid, okay? Let me just be clear about that. The suit goes on to say Combs had experienced great success with the launch of late Notorious B.I.G.'s career, whose hit single Juicy was charted on Billboard, and claims witnesses were terrified that Combs would retaliate against them and that they would lose future business and music opportunities if they made a statement in support of her. The accuser was trying to gain a foothold in the music industry, working as a location scout for an industry cameraman, and despite her allegations of emotional pain, continued work in the music industry at a DJ management company after the incident to the suit states. Let me say this before I finish this, right? It's true that a lot of people are spending time in jail for lies. People lie against them that something happened that never happened. That is very true. So that's what makes this very tricky. Like, we still don't know where we're going in terms of the future, in terms of how to properly investigate this kind of cases, especially knowing that people can go for years and not have the courage to come out and speak. That's also a thing. And while there could be a monster out there that is taking advantage of people, so it's a very tricky thing, and it's a conversation that's still an ongoing thing. It's a big debate. Okay, so but it's true that a lot of people, a lot of women who tend to be the victims of this type of activities are also, a lot of them also lie against the wrong people just to hurt people. So it's not right. So that's like everything else. We have to bring things down to case by case, and proper investigations need to be done, right? When this kind of cases come out, and not just, why did you come out? Or say, well, it's always men that be the, like, both of those talking points are crazy and they are dangerous. So we need to assess things a lot more closer before we make assumptions, right? So here it says she eventually left as Combs' star continued to rise and his presence was inescapable, right? So when they get to see on TV successful all the time, that continues to traumatize them, right? So that might actually boost more of their courage over time. Meaning, the higher you go, the harder you can fall. And yeah, that may be a good reason why they decide to pull you down. Influential reasons to pull you down. Eventually, you get big enough, which is why when God is uplifting you, be careful so that you don't use pride to destroy yourself 20, 30 years from now. All right. Ventura, former girlfriend of Combs, accused the rapper and producer of years of sexual abuse, rape, and trafficking in a suit Combs said was resolved amicably one day after the filing. So even though he settled that, they're going to keep coming out. These people are going to keep coming out. Combs' representative at the time said it was in no way an admission of wrongdoing. All right. So that's what's going on right now with P. Diddy. P. Diddy, there's going to be more and more of this. It's gonna get wild. It's going to get wild. Her name is Joy Dickerson Neal. Okay. And this is going to, let me see if I can see. Oh, wow. She's much older now. If this is the person I'm talking about, the person is much older now. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's just leave that alone for now. I'll see you guys this evening. We have a live show this evening. We're going to be talking about Tiana Taylor and the divorce news. I think we reported on it when there was separation stuff. We'll come back to this very, very soon. Hit that like button. Share, subscribe. Turn up your notifications so you are notified when we do go live. Talk soon. Beautiful girl, spoiling anything. I find it beautiful girl. It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.